10.2, product of powers property. Product of power, to multiply powers with the same base, you add their exponents. So 4 squared times 4 to the third power equals 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. That's the same thing as saying 4 to the second plus third power, so that's 4 to the fifth power. You just add the exponents. Then power of a power, you multiply the exponents. 4 to the sixth power raised to the third power, that's saying that you have 4 to the sixth power 3 times, or you add the 3, or do 6 times 3, which gives you 18. Power of a product, find the power of each factor and multiply. 3 times 2 to the fifth power, so that's 3 to the fifth times 2 to the fifth. I know, especially for this one, you're thinking, why wouldn't you just do 3 times 2? It'll make sense later on. Okay, example 1, multiplying powers with the same base. Simplify the expression, write your answer as a power. 2 to the fourth power times 2 to the fifth power, same base. I'm going to add the exponents. That becomes 2 to the ninth power. This is the product of power property. Letter B, -5 times -5 to the sixth power. Well, this first term you can put in parentheses and you can put an imaginary 1. You have the same base of -5. This is another product of power, so I'm going to add the exponents. So that's going to be the quantity -5 to the seventh power. Please make sure you have that in parentheses or that would be considered wrong. X to the third power times x to the second. You're going to add your exponents. That's x to the 10th power. Again, product of power property. Example 2, finding a power of a power. Simplify the expression, write it as a power. 3 to the fourth power cubed. This is 3 to the fourth times 3. You want to multiply the exponents. So that's 3 to the 12th. Letter E, w to the fifth to the fourth power equals w to the fifth times 4, w to the 20th. Both of those are power of a power. Example 3, finding the power of a product. We're going to simplify the expression. This is going to become 2 to the third power times x to the third power. 2 to the third power is 8 times x to the third. This is 8x to the third. Letter G, 3 squared times x squared times y squared. That is 9x squared y squared. You'll notice in both of these, my last steps, I do not have a multiplication sign in between. Make sure you don't. That's just a given, it's multiplication. All right, you have now 9 problems to do on your own. Pause this, then come back and check. 6 to the second plus 4. This is 6 to the sixth power. This is the product of power property. Letter I, -1/2, that quantity to the third plus sixth, -1/2 to the ninth power. Letter J, and put an imaginary 1 there. Z to the first plus 12, Z to the 13th. Letter K, 4 to the fourth times 3 equals 4 to the 12th. That's power of a power. Y to the second times 4 equals y to the 8th. And now with our power of the power. Letter M, the quantity -4 to the third times 2 is the quantity -4 to the sixth power. All right, letter N, 5 to the fourth, y to the fourth. 5 to the fourth power is 625, y to the fourth. Letter O, 2 to the fifth, a to the fifth, b to the fifth becomes 32, a to the fifth, b to the fifth. Letter P, 5/10 squared times m squared times n squared. So that's 2500 m squared n squared. All right, let's move to the last. Example 4, simplifying an expression. A gigabyte GB of computer storage space is 2 to the 30th power bytes. The details of a computer are shown. How many bytes of total storage space does the computer have? Well, We have this free space, which is 16 gigabytes. We have the total space is 64 gigabytes. That's what we really want. So 64 can also be written as 2 to the 6th power. So I'm going to take 2 to the 6th power and multiply it by 2 to the 30th power, which is actually 2 to the 36th power bytes. Great job. Go work on big ideas.